We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Check. 0-0, Mike free. 19 Lion. Mike 3.
Hill looking to throw it here with the first play. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Tight dog.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
3rd and 2, Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guys' pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Combo.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Hill. Buying time to his left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Kill. 36.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
32.
Cohen gets it again on second. And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They try again with Cohen.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Jam him.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6. Watch the screen. Switch.
Mega.
Hey.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He wasn't ready.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
65 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Defensively, you give up the big chunk play there on the ground. Now they really have to bow up.
They certainly do, but I know how offensive linemen think. They don't care that the defense is going to bow up. They want to dominate them. They want to get into the end zone first and have the running back follow them. That's how they want to cap off this drive.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Algier is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. Here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Watch the safety creep.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And some room to work.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Ultra.
On first down, going back to Patterson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Again, Patterson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Again, it's Cohen.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tariq Cohen taking it in from a yard out.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw in the...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
2 minutes remain. In this first half of football.
All day. Let's go now. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Watch the backer, watch the backer. 44, Mike, 44.
Hill on first down.
I got you.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Play fake. Hill going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Third down, here's Patterson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Throwing on second and long. Hill. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now this one taken in by Olave. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Panther 60, Panther 60. I'm trying to collect. Mike 3.
So here we go on fourth. Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Second half will start with a run by Patterson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready, go.
Here's Patterson again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Mike 6, Mike 6. Exit.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
0-0, Mike free. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check 50. Check 60 Eagle.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
18 Rattler.
Hill looks to throw.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Hill. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Bang, 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 bang.
Drill green. Ready.
They'll go again with Patterson.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch for flat. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Motion. Bop, bop, bop.
Blaster. 6. Set. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Go.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff for Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 166 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Check 13.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Joker.
Black shock.
56 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Kill.
Ready, go.
They'll run here with Algier. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll look to run with Algier. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 20. On the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Ready.
Mike, 56, right there.
Steal. Check steal.
Watch,
Bang. Punch.
Give to Patterson, running to the right.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Strike. Strike. Ready. Ready.
A right side run with Patterson.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Yellow.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Set. Go.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hands up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double dog. That's the way.
Dalton. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Mike.
Grenade team. 2x2. Move. Hands up.
Play action here with Dalton. Steps away. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
44. Here you go.
Dalton up, play action. Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from you.
Nice. Combo.
First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
On second down, Kamara.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. So Dalton now sliding out of the pocket and incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Hands up, lead.
Mike 54. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Hands up.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here you go, can.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hands up, lady.
9. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
You got 5-6.
You don't want it. Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9.
Hands up.
Andy Dalton. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On the double.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.